Internet marketing, freelance web developers versus professional web development teams. So the question is this: should you choose a freelance designer or a professional web design team to crank out your next big website project? Freelancing has really become super popular over that last several years for quite a few practical reasons. First of all, designers and programmers, the kind of geeks they're usually proud to call themselves a geek, after all, are simply the kind of people that often like to work independently. But there are also some really incredible designers out there that much prefer the camaraderie of working in a small team approach to web development. So the question is this: should you choose a freelance designer or a professional web design team to crank out your next big website project? If you're looking for professional results with a good balance of efficiency, affordability, and superb design, you might just be better off working with a professional team of designers, instead of going the freelance contract route. Now obviously, we're a little bit biased because we are proud of our web team design approach, but we'll still try to be fair and reasonable to freelancers out there too. Freelancers might do a fantastic job on a web design project, but do they really have the resources and depth of players to pull off the bench to really get the job done with a well-rounded game plan? Let's face it, most of the time the freelance web designer is faced with doing the planning, the business end of the deal, the wireframing, the graphic design part of the project, and only then having to code and program the whole thing to work effectively and correctly. It's not an easy task no matter who's doing the work, a professional team or a freelancer. But one thing is reasonably easy to discern. A web development team that includes incredibly knowledgeable experts all working in synergy together is more likely to provide a better balanced finished product. No offense to the jack-of-all-trades freelancer, of course, but it's just really difficult to be an expert at all different components of web development, especially when some are so creative, and then other parts of the job are at the opposite end of the spectrum. The analytical mindset required to logically devise and implement masterful programming solutions is not the same creative side of the brain that puts together artful graphic design. The person that can work hours on end implementing SEO on the back end is not always the same person that's really great at managing customer relationships. Of course, there are plenty of exceptions, but the point stands. The moral of the story, so to speak, is that it just takes all different kinds of skills and ideas to make web development go around.